There's nobody else like you.
Pushe una cabo. This now a boy between twice eyes on the beat. Fix the listen to Epic Radio.
When you talk about the DJs then daddy. Then daddy. When I leave, DJ Wonder.
Sometimes when I feel like the hope is gone, he gives me all that I require. The things you do for me, I cannot comprehend. Every day each other fool me, but cause I know it's your love me, my God, I say. I glorify you of all the things that you do, I cannot deny it, I cannot explain it. My heart is full of joy, yeah. We were hard to come your way, to come your way. You don't ever left me, oh, you were always there for me, yeah. Papa, yeah. Oh, you don't tell me left around. So I'm standing here today, only by your grace, only by the works of your hand. I cannot deny it, your love's so amazing, 'cause you keep on blessing me. That's why I say, Papa, 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 you don't tell me left around, you don't tell me left around, tell me left around. Papa, 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 you don't pull me by shame. Papa, Papa,
it's Epic Radio, so refreshing. When you talk about DJs then Then when I DJ Wonder
This is how we live from where I remember what she gonna do for me. I don't get good for talk, but for say thank you, Lord. Kuru mama, Kanuwali, get what we say.
Thank you, Lord.
Kuru mama, Kanuwali, get what we say.
Thank you, Lord.
Kuru mama, Kanuwali, get what we say. Waliye masala waliye,
Wali kanu wali,
say waliye masala waliye,
wali kanu wali,
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 waliye, waliye masala waliye,
wali kanu wali,
waliye masala waliye,
wali kanu wali.
waliye.
Refreshing day. Listen to Epic Radio. So refreshing.
Good morning, Freetown. Good morning, Sierra Leone. And so, our listeners across the world, I want to say good morning to you now. And whether your time is on this morning, afternoon, or evening, I just want to say you most welcome to the Epic Morning Show. And of course, we are broadcasting live from our studios at 54 Ilcott Road, Freetown, Sierra Leone, and also on frequency modulation 99.3 FM. The Epic Morning Show, now a 2 hours 30 minutes program, we're divided into two engaging segments. And of course, the first segment will bring in guests and of course to discuss on critical issues that we demand critical answers. And in the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, we definitely look at the front pages of our newspapers and also invite analysts to break down and analyze the major stories that makes the headline. So today is Wednesday, the 30th day of April, the last day in the month of April. And of course, I'm your host, Ivan Julius Lee, and stay tuned for another insightful and informative show. Inside the program today, now the Epic Morning Show, the first segment, we'll take a look at has our infrastructure improved or deteriorated over the time. And that's what we're going to look at in the show this morning. So you can keep me coming in for the next 1 hour 30 minutes for the first segment. And thank you very much for choosing us this morning. And of course, as I say, this is not the last day in the month of April. But quick one, it's about 7 days now. Well, we need to get light. I mean, we said this yesterday, we're waiting at the problem. It's something that we don't know, or like, but 7 days now don't they go past, and we need to get light, and this is important. And you in our businessman, if you get a little bit of understanding waiting on the minute. So not going to say, as I say, we got some important issue for discuss in the program this morning. So invite a friend. You can grab yourself a cup of coffee or whatever thing you get this morning. Just make sure say you choose us this morning. And thank you very much, the one who don't tune in already, for making us part of your morning schedule. We super appreciate you guys. So we'll go for a short break, and when we come back, we will take good morning's message for today. Stay tuned. Welcome to our morning's message on Epic Radio 99.3 FM, Slick TV Channel 37, Radio Garden, Choice FM, and of course, you within a distant part of Freetown, you can listen to it through Choice FM and our Facebook live page at Epic Radio 99.3 FM. Your journey may be tough, but every step forward is a victory. Your journey may be tough, but every step forward is a victory. Whatever you're faced with may tend to be tough, or you may describe it as very tough. But for any step you make for solve the situation where you find yourself, for any step forward where you make or take for solve the present situation where you make or where you day in the at that particular time day, I victory. Because if you're faced with challenge and you get that push for say like make an osidom and make probably this thing can solve. Religious people in say faith without action. If you not put action in the thing, in as much as you get faith, but put action in it for make sure say things go before. Faith without action, well, probably it don't make sense. So you need for put up the action, the efforts, the steps for take, and you will believe and you will get that kind of trust say this problem or this situation while they face with could be solved. So today the last day in the month of April 2025. This day not for come again. If the other 30th of April we get for come, we're going to look at it probably in 2026. So make use of this day and not be comfortable in the problem where you find yourself and believe that people will come and help you. Just make a push, yeah? So this is now morning's message for today. We'll go for a break again, and when we come back, we'll get to background to the topic of discussion this morning. Stay tuned.
You've got the power, the courage and experience. You've got to show it right across the globe. They say face your fears, only then it will go away.
Statistics Sierra Leone, Stats SL, gladly for announce different temporary position them as part of the prepare when they prepare for the 2026 Decennial Population and Housing Census (DHC) where they come. This one old country business, they help for push the country go before, provide correct, credible and up-to-date data for guide the law them where they go pool, program them and service delivery across Salone. This pass for country people they no more. It but for understand we community them plan for the Bambai. Start SL, they call qualify, committed and sober Sierra Leonean them for join this country exercise we go make history. Then they encourage women them more for apply. All application them for go through Start SL, the official recruitment portal. If you want apply, go on a Start SL, the website www.statistics.sl. Go to the vacancy menu na the main page. Click the link where you see the we say click here to apply. Done, you begin your application business. Remember say the official communication for the census recruitment na their address here so no more it go come out. Census info at statistics.sl for general inquiry. Census at hris.statistics.sl for notify you but interview, appointment or application them will succeed. Do ya open your ears and no answer to any people them or message them where they ask you for pay something as Stats SL or they ask anybody for pay
Epic
1
Radio,
cent for let them take up.
99.3.
Application go close May 15, 2025. Now Stats SL bring this message to you.
Now the time don't come so we public development here for we.
You dey look for the best betting experience? Register with OneXBet today and enjoy 200% bonus on your first deposit to 2,300 millions. Yes, double your money right from the start. Go inside OneX game for fine casino games, card game and boku other thing them. All them 1 year design for make you enjoy and win big. Or you can bet on sports events them like football, basketball, tennis and boku other one them with live updates and competition odds for get to the game. It's easy for start. Register by phone or complete your registration with valid ID card. But not forget for screenshot your account for use them later. Deposit and withdraw you winning with Colat. We use Orange Money, Afri Money, OneXBet Cash, MasterCard or Visa Card. OneXBet are the official sponsor for La Liga, Serie A, League One and the Confederation of African Football. So no now say you don't have good hand. Join OneXBet today and join the winning journey. But remember say you need for bet responsibly. OneXBet, your world of betting.
Orange Maxit, the super app where bring comfort and control now you want. With Orange Maxit, do all your transaction and fast and safe. Whether not for send money to family, party, or workmates, this transfer quick. You want recharge? Buy top up and data in just few seconds. Get daily, weekly, and monthly package them with just one tap. Stay in control with quick balance check and instantly manage your finances well. Whether now you top up, data, or transaction history you want all day in one place. If you mistake, no worry. You fit reverse them instantly. Visit the marketplace now Maxit and buy the latest in them, tickets to the biggest events them, and even play games. All this day now you want. Do all your transaction them easy. Pay merchants, pay bills, transfer money from bank to wallets, and cash out all now one app with safe. Easy. Search Maxit now at Google Play and iOS App Store. Download, install, and then register with your number and password. Open Maxit and see how it is simplify your life. Download Maxit today and get comfort now your fingertips.
Welcome back to the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM, Slick Television, Channel 37, Radio Garden, Choice FM, that's you within the eastern part of Freetown. You can listen to it through Choice FM and via Facebook live page at Epic Radio 99.3 FM. And we can talk about infrastructure done better, or probably you want to say you don't get worse over the time. That's waiting where we can talk on the program this morning. Infrastructure are all important structure them and the system them we people, business, and government need for make society run fine one. And these are structures and very important structures them where we need as a nation, probably private sector, business sector that has to do with the government, and of course we need those systems and for make we run proper one, for make we believe say well we they enjoy which we supposed to enjoy as a citizen. Okay, so this includes transportation, and under transportation it gets to do to road them, bridge them, and also railway, airport, and all utility, light, electricity, water supply, and of course a whole lot of more. Communications gets to do with internet, phone line, and data from radio and television, and also public institutions, schools, hospital, government buildings, and all. So how those structures don't they, whether if they don't they improve or not since we independent 1961, and of course well it may interest you for make you know say some of those key buildings that we want to talk about, so structures to put it that way. For Bay College starts 1827, where a lot of people believe in the first university in West Africa, 1827, and whether one will see if improvements that happen on that side, well, it's something we're going to discuss in the program this morning. And of course, away from Fourabay College, we look at the University of Sierra Leone and also the Parliament of Sierra Leone, where in Bilam in 1967, and whether changes to happen at a particular site or not is we're going to discuss again. And of course the State House first built around 1790, a whole lot of history there behind with State House, Usai with President's Day, and of course before now okay, so as I say in the official office of the President that day, and we're in Bila in 1790, sorry to put it that way. And of course U building, famous U building where now different ministries office in another place there, and of course that we built in 1970. So whether if we don't see improvements at that particular site, it's something we are going to find out in the program this morning. So a whole lot of building them, the National Stadium, we understand and say, we know say not understand, the own innovation, a whole lot of money, where that debates they spark around and say, well, we don't need forget another stadium. And of course we got a 5,000 capacity stadiums that we probably no go meet up that particular FIFA standard of playing football. Probably you use them for do you play football, but when it comes to international games them, it's another challenge. Whether it's because of capacity wise or it's something we get to find out. So there is so much happening around Sierra Leone since independence 1961 to now, waiting on the happen in terms of infrastructure. So that we're going to discuss in the program this morning, and we expect to get Honorable Bamichidi, we now a political analyst, and of course he gets experience on within the happen in the country so far, and also we expect to join in the studio by Marcus Halaj Bangura, and of course we are the executive director Citizens Forum for Democratic Accountability, the C4D. So I then guess that I get in the studio, and you can get close to your radio for me to know whether we infrastructures don't they develop over the time, or probably don't they deteriorate, don't they get worse from we independence 1961 to now. So I'm going to introduce my guests shortly after the break. No go on side, invite a friend, and keep it coming for the next 1 hour 20 minutes. Stay tuned.
Rastaman confronted. Rastaman confronted. You Rastaman confronted. I am man confronted. Roots man confronted. Bingy man confronted. Yeah. Confronted. Rastaman confronted. Confronted. Rastaman confronted. You Rastaman confronted. I am man confronted. Roots man confronted. Bingy man confronted. Yeah. Confronted. Rastaman confronted. Confronted. Rastaman confronted. Selassie I confronted, Marcus Garvey confronted, Martin Luther confronted, Malcolm X confronted, yeah. Confronted, Rastaman confronted, confronted, sing Rastaman confronted, Bible Red confronted, Jacques Couture confronted.
Right, and welcome back to the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM, Slick Television Channel 37, Radio Garden, Choice FM, you will listen part of Freetong, and also our Facebook Live page at Epic Radio 99.3 FM. We've been joined in the studio by Honorable Bamichidi, political analyst, and we also expect to get Marcus Halaj Bangura for joining me in the studio as well. Honorable, good morning and welcome to the Epic Morning Show.
Very good morning, gentlemen.
And happy Independence Day. I know say don't pass.
We don't pass, but at least not glad it's will begin independence.
Okay. So far, is it you okay with us for make we celebrate this independence? Now, something we salon for Glady for after 64 years.
Well, you don't born. You don't born. Will you joy?
Yeah.
When person woman the 9 months, a born. That's what job with the game. Now, how we handle the pregnant after the birth, how we handle and make that picking go to become a well grown up child. That's our concern. Now that is like we don't come up from the British rule. We should have patiently waited for them to go through a transitional period. So
is it actually get a problem with Andy? Because using the word patiently waiting for
yes, because the problem
is I will not be prepared.
No.
Okay.
Certain few people, politicians, asked for it. And because it was a wind of change at the time, they gave us, because Ghana don't begin pressure, Conakry don't begin pressure the French. I said, no begin to this thing.
So they basically are Falamakata.
Falamakata, always are Falamakata with the Falamakata. And then now arrangement was loosely made. The Lancaster agreement, because Britain became like a military base. Though they not be called, they call it Admiralty Port. So automatically, Shakasi will not sign. Then come. Then when they see agitation become more, I think they be looking for them. Be looking up for independence, but they were taken care of.
That was the split between the SLPP and the APC. They are not the split beginning.
But that is is why I don't call it split. Shakasi was part of SNPP. Now when Albert sell out to the big brother, now I'm making go other side. After the Lancaster agreement, it was SNPP.
Yeah.
And then there was this other pressure group called not APC even, called an opposition group came up, become APC, where in go ahead. So from that point in time, I did this income. Then now look at the civil service. We have everything structured in place. So we'll get them. But we'll not be asked, we'll not do the needful. As then give Solomon, we get carried away. You know, if you notice in this, I think a calendar be saying Aliganda. Freedom. From that point, they saw the people they said the message goes that we don't free. They say without freedom, they don't say freedom goes with responsibility and rights. They will begin to look at the universal adult suffrage by one man, one vote, and then the message the politician took to the people, they didn't really understand them. That's what I say.
So from what you they say means that Sierra Leone as a country will not be prepared for that responsibility they ahead.
Not really. Yeah.
Okay. So when they talk about we buildings, then probably in the country we go aid for make we feel like we get a smooth running of we country. I mean important buildings there, more structures to put it. For make we get a smooth running, for make we citizens they enjoy as how they're supposed to enjoy. Do we see improvement over the years since independence to now? One for talk about for big college, state house, parliament, you building, you name it, those structures.
Well, I will expand on that small. Is this something where they give something, then give us if we improve on maintenance culture? But if you look at in the 1961 to date, there's progress, but it was in a slow pace. You can look at now they can take Banga seedlings, can go Malaysia. Malaysia is stopping palm oil production. Singapore. From that pace, that the leadership, you see, there was a wind of change going on in Kumadomekam. This Pan-African mentality was going on. Albert was champion, Albert of Africa, that's Sir Albert Magai.
That's Magai, okay.
So yes, he had a radical posture. But certain things, when you see Samuel Tim tried to maintain the status quo, it was like a liberal and a level-headed person that was not rushing to make any kind of thing. But he died. So Albert took over.
That's in 1964 to be specific.
Yes.
Okay.
And there was a lot of radical transfer of people saying that we told this. That word now we told, they started from Albert and them. Then you start looking at how things are going. Then Shaka said we can compound them.
1968.
Yes.
4 years after.
We come inside. And then, but there was development because that is why they got ministerial building, then build fire force. Because outside ministerial, you get police headquarters when I did fire force be there. George Street. We had the printing, then they started moving. So there was a lot of development. They come with commercial bank, ministerial building. Then later on they come with this folk so we get fanfare. They call it U building now.
U building, yeah.
So things were going, but the kind of space will be want for make things go like people they see other countries, you know, be there. Like Ghana come with this vision of Akarazombo that forget energy for economic independence. It was sabotaged by the West. And luckily, at the same time when they went to conference with China, it was overthrown. Then now, if you want to think the tune of the West, they will put in a power. But the pace at which we were going, it was slow.
I don't want to be, but still I welcome Marcos Salajwanga. Marcos, good morning and welcome to the Epic Morning Show. And how the independence will look like for you?
So good for the life, good health.
Do you think it's something we, as a nation, if we're happy for celebrate 64 years of independence?
Looking at independence, the very broad term, or literally, we say independence means freedom, meaning that we've been there under the yoke of colonialism. So being that we free ourselves from the yoke of colonialism, one would say it was good that we have it at that particular time. But over time, we political leaders fail for make we realize what independence is all about. and which we really mean. Because if you say it is seek independence, it is seek independence, forget liberty, forget freedom. You understand? But after that period, you know, the post-independent era, when you look at the political figures, you look at development and other things, I will categorically say we'll not get nothing for celebrate. Yes, but rather suggest that we tighten up our belts. We work assiduously to make sure say we transform the system. Right? We transform the system. Otherwise, this nation will continuously retrogress than the progress. You know, 64 years, a very long period of time. We know the colonial era. Before the colonial era, pre-colonial times.
You subscribe to it in Bamichili, say like we not be ready for such kind of responsibility as a nation.
We're not ready for. Yes, say it again.
The responsibility ahead. Things will ahead after you don't say okay. Well, me, I will left. Let's say I will left my mind, Papa house. Now for team up for myself. So not be ready for such kind of responsibility.
Well, the period of the march towards independence has been long, bitter struggle. It starts for a very long period of time. If you go far back to 1922, we then formed the National Congress of British West Africa. It was formed before that, around 1918-19. But we can't forget elective principle, meaning that Africans get representation in parliaments, and they were elected because that's the National Congress of British West Africa been advocate for law gets the elective principle, wherein we go able for elect your members them. You understand, at the House of Legislature at that particular time. So we get that, so the struggle starts far back during that period. Continuously we see political and economic reforms over time, you understand. It was a long period. If you look at even the SLPP, practically we could say the kind of power in 1961, but not merely 1961. We get elections around 1952. So there was a gradual way for left power, give power to Africans. You understand? Because before he become, Samuel Sibaga become a premier, you understand, prime minister, he hold other enviable positions, the way like them, they give power small to Africans. So it was a long period to 1961. So having independence in 1961, I don't feel say they're not been prepared, because just that they were not able to take up the responsibility. And you look at it in that perspective, you understand? You might be prepared because it was like a bandwagon in Africa, you understand? Not even Africa, starting around India, and a lot of countries colonized by Britain, you understand? So it was a kind of aspiration by many for independence. So it takes a while that we get independence in 1961. The problem, that particular time, is the same problem we are facing. Let's look at the Sir Milton Magai appointed, understand, or become a prime minister. It was like a political lantern being regulated and gesticulate to the aspirations of the colonial masters. We get radicals like I.T.A. Willis Johnson, who was a very strong man. But those guys will not give power to people of that nature because they don't go dance to their tune. You understand? So as a result of that, they get the likes of Sir Milton Magai, who could be regulated, and indeed, they regulate her the way they want. And if you look at the way power was transferred, it was in 1971 we get real power. You understand? 1961, you get the governor general. We had a governor general at that particular time. The prime minister was still answerable to some extent to the governor general. You understand? So when it comes to foreign policies or external issues, you understand, the colonial government by then, or let me say Britain, we still get some amount of control.
Okay.
We became a republic in 1971.
Okay.
So that republic take us to Sierra Leone becoming a republic. You understand? Where, as Phil say, to me own estimation, we begin get some amount of independence.
So let's talk about our structures. I mean, I ask Honorable, do we think we don't make improvement in that direction there, or probably we don't deteriorate? I mean, take into consideration, for Bay College is one, we feel like, well, we Kampala and book business, we know say for Bay College we stand, and now, I mean, we get the minister on Monday, they tell we say, anyone for subscribe to such, say, salon probably for Bay College and then of West Africa, because numerically, now be small number of people then, and for him, he say, there's mass improvement in terms of numbers, people that really come out from Fabi College and all. So in order to subscribe to such numerically, because of now there's improvement in terms of education, the access to education, a debate will be raised. Then suddenly you will struggle for Golan book, but now education is easily accessible. Do you subscribe to it in the minister?
No, not subscribe. There are two different perspectives. I don't know whose microscope of which you use.
Higher education, education.
Sorry, Minister of Information. Now Minister of Information.
Okay, Minister of Information.
Sorry.
Now, when you look at that particular analysis we made, you have to look at that particular period. Why was Sierra Leone called the Athens of British West Africa? You understand? Not merely because of numerical strength, but because in the sub-region, Sierra Leone now one of the country we've been get a very viable institution we've been run academically, you understand? And that notwithstanding, you get people there from all over West Africa, you understand? We the Kanafrabe College. Now you get them, we could just aspire, we are going. Sierra Leoneans, they plenty in Ghana, than Ghanaians coming to Sierra Leone to be educated. You understand? You look at the sub-region. So that first you need for take into consideration. At that particular time, Sierra Leone was almost everything. You understand? For example, when you talk about the colonial administration, the headquarters was in Freetown, in the sub-region. You understand? When you
monetary system
was there, everything. You understand? When you talk about the judiciary, Sierra Leone was first. You talk about every aspect. You understand? Sierra Leone was first. Are we still first? If we are first, okay, then I agree with her. But if we are not first, then things are deteriorating. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say.
I get you.
Right? At that time, we are almost first in everything. For now, we are not first in everything. I will subscribe. I will not subscribe to the minister if we are first in many areas, but we are not first in many areas. Sierra Leone now being a kind of a safe haven for academia. People coming from all over the place, you understand, to Sierra Leone. But now we they go, then they come. I went to Fabi College. All my degrees are from Fabi College, up to postgraduate. You understand? You look at Fabi College, then they even you look at the modules. For example, let's say you read political science, right? You do certain modules like international relations, public administration. Up to date, they are still doing them as modules. They need to do them as a course. When I say a degree course, Fabi College is not doing any course in public administration. They are not doing any course in international relations. You understand? You get many areas where you talk in terms of development, where at least we are not able to forget. You understand? This department's running, but we are still reading history. You understand? We read other witches of them, just as it had been. Now the same way they need to go on, except for new courses that have been added, like social work, peace and conflict studies. You understand? Then they, or later we say mass communications. You understand? That is early 2000. Because when I went to Fabi College, I wanted to do mass comm. Understand? But I be diploma course by then.
Yes.
And I qualified for degree. So you know, so they assess you by which side you go. You understand? So I decided for it politics.
Well, Honorable, you want to agree with me in terms of accessibility, I mean in terms of education, we don't improve as a nation. You want to agree with me on that one day?
I don't even think I agree with Joseph, so don't ask me that question. In the sense that, look at what we're talking. All these are lip service, free quality education. Now, when we make a free quality education, look at the standard. Well, they talk certain things and they, if you want to hype something or try to make and find, careful. You have to go back to history and see the background of things. Leave the Gambia the university better pass we now. Then they come again, Gambia, Cameroon, British was over here. the British West African currency, it was in ministerial building while the former colonial officers there. They laid the foundation. Did we improve on it?
So the foundation we should have improved on.
Yes, when you lay foundation, you improve on now.
So quickly before we move to health.
But that free education, now I come back. I don't want to go put it.
Okay.
I don't want.
Yes, I know.
Listen, I don't want to make you go into within the minister. I can be a member, sir. The minister of education will talk that. Look at what the intake. We're having mass flood of people come with degree. Can they write properly? Can they write properly? Look at the time they were talking about. They went after when the last one is the chief minister now. But we don't want to be casting blame or aspersion. But sometimes let us guard it when we set things.
Even schools.
They did the pass it. Then nobody you know, pass marks one day and yeah.
So quickly, under 1 minute, because we get a lot of things for discussion. Also, we miss some as a nation.
When you look at education at the moment, we lack a lot of facilities. Schools have inadequate facilities.
Okay.
If we talk about improvements, would they expect clean water?
In as much as
would they expect clean water?
In as much as
would they expect electricity?
Okay.
Would they expect enough furnitures where they use? You can't just look around Freetown. You understand? Go to certain areas and see how Pekin and they suffer, even for Sidon. You understand? These are serious issues. Will they turn blind eye and deaf ears? It's not about being bogus. It's good. They make some improvement. You understand? But when you take the general perspective, you do a hair split analysis on them properly, without get exception to certain areas. The improvements. No. There is no impact in the improvement they are talking about.
Honorable, who will miss a nation?
From day one. In the sense, everybody will look at the political power at universal average suffrage, because there was a big clash between the colony and the protectorate. Because the British thing was different from the French. French went with assimilation. We all are one. Britain made a divide and rule. The protectorate and the colony.
There was this general blame we get for doing the 11 years rebel war.
That's an excuse politicians make to make sure they distract. Standards started going down when they started saying a funny statement, maybe not be meaning and that kind of, we misunderstand that. We talk about bylaw, but talk about the business.
Switch cap, more of business.
But look, can chap or do business and make money. The ethics of business have not been done properly. So
most structures in the 11 years rebel war will tell you that structures that be burnt down. I mean, people then lost their houses.
So. It's good.
And you look at, say, at some point, even where Freetown overpopulated now, as I would say, now, as a result of the 11 years.
Because okay, let me talk. I mean, they through the whole system. I don't go to come independence now. Let me give me your idea different.
Okay.
I begin there from Queen. We go and say go welcome and everything. Look, then we begin get poor over them. Pardon the bully the youths them. Human rights recognize with the Alabo Shaka and everything. But it was more development oriented. Then, because liberty, most of the laws where Shaka inherit, I say Shaka are about one and the same people. They are good friends. Now, bring one party state, 1965 Act. Then we say the draconian. But look at the new cyber bill now, and look and compare. You might as well stick with that thing. Small draconian. So, what we should be doing when we lost it was the intake of people. Then they pull one side, then bring other side, say, we turn. For consolidated power. But the freedom of taking people on merit will begin lost up. I think this old civil service structure begin to come out. When one system come on and take other people and pull them. That was the downfall of freedom. The standard begin qualify. Now they become this affirmative action, like what they did for America for the blacks. We begin to hire. And then begin luckily doing that 64 before that. They were a little bit better with training people, whether it's from the western area or the region. But they gave people the opportunity to go and study. That is why I like SFB, their own philosophy, one country, one people. But when they become personalized in it, by saying, now we own, that's where the thing can. That is why turn by turn, not good for the nation. I think everything came to a standstill. And the one now, because of the way we, the big one, they treat the people, They were indoctrinated to say we are not doing the right thing. They came with the war, and then they came with their own personal agenda to seize power and enrich themselves. Because why were they taking all the diamond and gold in the mining areas?
Okay.
Is this when they said to buy ammunition? They sell it to Charles Taylor and everything. The first batch when they came with this Libyan group, because Gaddafi wanted to make the thing. So these are the little things that went wrong with the people in backfire, with and black man. Quick, we don't burn thing. Look at the bosses. We began traffic light in the east and everything. Any there was school demonstration with the poor. All government structure with the poor.
So at some point, you want to agree say the rebel wars have played a major role in the situation of NWCF so directed.
They fought a war that they didn't even understand. That's exactly. Then the moral fabric of our society went right down. Kakaba was the civil servant there. He don't work international diplomat. He was able to maintain and stabilize and create a good foundation for what we build up. That's after 96. That's Pakaba. If you notice, now begin put structures in place. What we're enjoying, structures in place, and then he handed over to Anesco, because from Momo and Temti, the other and them don't pull up. Now Pakabaka laid this foundation now, where you see government is continuity when to think, but at the same time, some of the weakness that we saw in '64 raised ugly head. This tribalism will not degree address. All started from those times coming to here. The way they are taking people, but you see, all the time when they make lip service. Not to make business. No business. If we not talk and then look at it, how do we learn? Like when we talk about our experience at there, I'm not going to be. Look at the education. Gambia now, the university better pathway. The Cameroon university better pathway. Ghana, they come here. Nigeria, they come. And even in communication, the cables were from Sino went to Santomé, all these countries down the West African region. Now the central bank within colonial office in a ministerial build the secretariat. So if we look at that, we're not able to maintain nothing. From where we come, we don't change 6 buses. Anyone they for show for a museum. And now with man can take that queen in carriage, rehabilitate that for pool, preserve the colonial achievement and put in a national workshop.
Let's switch to health. You know, one of our major hospitals in Connaught, and according to what I read, from 1912, this structured on day. I mean, Marcos, any improvement so far?
When you look at the health sector in general, you know, most of which we suffer through as a result of colonial legacy. And now that's make we say forget independence. You know, being that we don't get independence, you look at the health sector, there is nothing, you know, to boast about. When you go to the provincial area, you look at health facilities, it's so lacking. When you talk in terms of adequate medicines, the facilities themselves, understand, they're really poor. We'd expect, say, this country for don't develop more than what it is. We talk in terms of health, because even the colonial masters, if you look at the 19th century development, we are in them focus on health. That'll be more so for themselves than the general Sierra Leoneans. Then we look in terms of almost everything, even trade for the economy, mercantilism, that'll be for their own personal benefits, other than the people in general. So to me, the health sector is poor. Not that they're just sometimes when they say the health this that they're supposed to do them. It is a general thing. You can't rule the country without the health sector. And when you talk about the health sector, we not they particularize them, but rather generalize them. We'll take them far back to independence to now. That's true. Meaning that all political figures we ever had, you know, contributed to the demise of the health sector. If you look, yes, and
because from my own point of view, we don't make improvement. Whoa, small, you read from Jones, you smell
medicines.
You smell everything.
Yes.
Look at this hill station. What? Hill station is built like in Maboka. You get at a police hospital.
Of course,
that's
most of the
standard
areas,
structure.
Yes.
From where we take self rule, we put onto ourselves.
Let's talk about Connaught Hospital. We see any changes since that time day, improvements?
This new minister at them is okay. He started doing much of it become a medical doctor, but it's a systemic problem for me. You know, Ebola because look, the health. Lots of agompig right at the one day. Not to let them begin cleaner.
All over the place. You go to. Let me take care of the place.
You go to that hospital they call it emergency hospital. You can each stay. Now they don't begin to use this thing. What we small, what the people then annex, the lunch they do with people there. Now we go eat and speak, we come to school to go visit the lunch thing. Every kind of thing. You know how much government is spend and it never change. Government is spending millions for diets for the hospitals as well as the prison, the correctional centers. Are they being utilized properly? Have anybody asked? We are milking the money under the guise of transparency and accountability. I'm giving because some of them don't know some. Some of them go by experience.
So allow Marcus continue, Marcus.
Yes. And not that we don't get not that government is not doing anything.
Yes.
Government is doing something, but which they do not adequate enough for me we call them improvements.
Okay.
Imagine during the Ebola period, we are constrained with ambulances. We get the ambulance system during that period, they were not taken care of. One side, is it Rubangba, something like that, where you go that side, they bend, they go. One side, they see abandon, ambulances. We're not able to maintain them. You understand? And these things are very, very important. I talk about tens to hundreds of ambulances left during the Ebola period. So they're not able to take care of all that stuff they need. We don't see that this country, even pregnant women, sometimes they have to be taken from one place to another. You have to look at proximity. We talk about improving health. You look at proximity, and when you look at proximity, you look at, say, okay, from this point to this point, we forget a health center here. From this point to this point, we get a health center. But the health centers are concentrated in Freetown. Even at Freetown, they are constrained. Except for private hospitals. Now, let me say, you go to Connaught. You understand? I don't get patients go Connaught. It's very, very heart-rending. You go first, you get one side, they refer you first, you buy an ordinary paper. You have to pay for it. Just an ordinary paper.
Yeah, cost recovery.
Yes, cost recovery. The process they go on. And you go to hospital, they tell you, say, they don't get medicine, they don't get nothing.
They'll show the pharmacy.
You understand? They show you the pharmacy now, outside for go. You understand? They say, go to that particular pharmacy, they go buy this thing. And waiting me learn continuously, I don't know, with two people in day. The way you go for go buy, irrespective of all other things, it will not be less than 800,000. The experience, so it should not be less than 800,000.
Well, we talk something, the same doctor they wear their Connaught. Yes. Make way so they start a sick then they go Connaught hospital.
Wait till just
this is about you. Because now then they go work at them private hospital, charging 40 million, 60 million.
It's about improving restructures. What I just said across the country, both government hospital, private mission, and out of NGOs, it's about 58 hospitals.
58.
You don't check them? No, but now look them back. You
get in Freetown or within the country?
Across the country.
Across the country is good. They've improved both hospitals.
Maybe that 58 is not even done.
If you look at the
about 7 million or 8 million people.
7 million, 8 million people. Take an average of that in percentage.
The amount of doctors who don't pass.
Look at a lot of doctors prefer to go out and work, go do labor work overseas than staying here. How much are they paid? Quite recently, they've been getting a press conference sort of, wherein even doctors we are deprived of their field.
Yes.
You understand? It takes the Ministry of Health, months to give them their field. Even at that particular period, they threatened strikes several times. You understand? But again, because of marginalization and all that, that makes some of them not come up. So that's a problem by itself. How many health facilities do we have? Health facilities, community centers. You understand? Community health centers.
They're there.
How many of them? We forget them as much. If we talk about having 500 of them. You understand?
We don't manage the
we are talking about improvements. We're just talking about improvements.
It's a system.
Even the Pakaba, even after the war, this Connaught Hospital, according to sources, you understand, the way therefore developed after the war, it was not done. Enough resources come.
They never.
We therefore developed that particular place there. Where did the money go?
Pockets.
Quick one. With the time for round up, let's talk about government buildings. Recently, the State House on fire. I mean, and how we don't improve the structures there. We look at you building. I think sometimes in 1970, then build you building. Do we see any changes so far? Honorable Bamichidi, let's start with you.
Thank you very much. There's changes, but the point is, that's why I born that place. You get a born VP office with a new one. They put it there. So State House, they renovate and they expand them. And what's happening? Fire go there. You building. I think the last some flood and the fire go there. So, do we want? They look at the buses. They don't come. We don't get Tata bus, Fiat bus,
Check.
Benz bus.
Lord, do a check of the number of
things
buses right, and the number of them say come. How many really they run right now?
I
Because
remember sometimes inside APC days, I think 100 buses become.
Yeah.
And now we are talking about them buses, and they will not see them.
They disappeared in oblivion.
Are they
Now
telling
other
us
buses
the
they
truth
don't
about
come
the
back. They
Waka
disappear one. Because we don't get law for this country.
So let's look at government buildings then and structures then.
You look at we government buildings. If you talk about you building 1970, young. When you look at America, when you look at America, you look at houses. You could say it is certain houses that then build them 1987. They still rent them. People they go rent their house today.
But it's about how you maintain them.
You understand? Well,
maintenance culture.
We lack maintenance culture. Look at you building. You building, it can't come. It become attractive to you. It's not the same as a building. You understand? We therefore able to take care of. Where it come from down, force for go up. You don't see the place clean. Even within that area. You understand? You can even create job for people.
And where you get over almost ministries then
Yes.
you building.
You understand? That's the soul of the country. You building. Because you look at the number of ministries there. But the whole structure is becoming dilapidated every day. You see, I don't know, say, I think maybe PK with the drive. I see about 4 buildings them. Yesterday, yes, we were going at all. Then I say, okay, from we become just after 43, I think or before 43. I see some building them. They're all okay after towards a post office now when you match them. Most of the building them, they are not painted. So old. People are not care. The political will is in there. Look at this structure now. Who's are UN been there?
Yes.
Opposite electricity.
They don't broke
For God's sake.
Why did they?
They broke them.
They don't put nothing.
They don't put nothing. The place is empty. A huge amount of money, you understand, have been used for broke that particular which is everything. You broke, put again. But we're not moving.
Now, small structure, you could call a season structural engineer to have corrected it.
I understand few structure put, like foreign affairs. You understand?
Chinese.
Yes. First Chinese and Karekaem. Then also ONS, because these structures were not there before. Even when you look at this CID, you understand? We get some improvement, but from the tell they make CID don't ever look like the way we look when they put on.
Honorable, I may beg to ask you this question. Freetown was properly planned?
Everything?
Freetown be properly planned?
Yes, in God's parliament. Where you look Freetown, you get 3 streets going to parallel. 1, 2, 3. Properly planned. Even battles when there will be the part 3 in a road ministerial building. What quarter all, lots of greening look. Kinama Road. Look at the thing, the way they are using government property. Or they can't.
To some extent.
See, we're not get the maintenance culture. You forget structure in place. This if you want building Nayana, so you do have. You want
look at the CBD. When you look at the CBD area, you say plan. Look at broad streets.
Now they tell you,
broad streets.
Now we don't get CBD.
You look at
they don't know what is CBD.
Yes, you can.
CBD was within that 1 mile radius of
you can pass that streets, Liverpool streets.
Out.
That's they're big, well structured. You see Shaka Street, you see the branches.
You go back now, and all the same pattern in the Freetown. You go back now,
because but when we take over now, say
that we own turn,
we destroy these things. We begin making narrow roads. Now when you look at from there, you look at other areas there now. You dey see man dey building house, you dey see say this na access road. It can block am. Nothing comes out of it.
It's get power.
Nothing comes out of it. You know, land business don't become a do or die thing at this country also. Because even I remember when President Bio came, I was so excited when we talk about we own indigenous business people, you know, in lots of other areas, even for rent house, we're not for paying dollars, for paying loans. You understand? But it's not just about saying, just like the Tewa they do European history from 6. You understand? They say I think once I don't know whether it was judged, say we the Vienna Congress of speeches. You understand? They say, but it's now the iron policy, speeches and resolution. We make a lot of speech, we don't put them into action. For God's sake, let's put things into action. Lord, look at we country. I traveled to Windhoek, Namibia. I came back. I was, you know, the way I see the country, you understand, was so good. It cleaned it, ultimate road network, everything. You cannot salabi as a candle normally so. It was rainy season. I discouraged. This is about filth all over the place. We are not prepared. We are not ready.
Look at
to help this country. We are selfish and greedy.
We not negotiate one.
I think Honorable gets a quick breaking news. Well, this also breaking news again because this fire incident don't be of alarming. Ostebon immediate right now Ilkot Road and the fire really tense and we just get the information the Ilkot Road and Ostebon sorry.
No, but just the system of this
and this don't be alarming. The rate of fire incident
in 90 days of 2025, about 201 houses burned, according to the chief fire officer. Source: 201 houses got burnt in 90 days of 2025. Can you imagine?
All right. So as I say, we call the attention of fire force for make them they realize say or no say us the burn now Coach Road now and of course, yes, Honorable. So, us the Bona Ilkot Road now, and this is a message for fire force for make them reach out as soon as possible because the fire really tense. This message just reach we, and we hope say you will listen. We will pass the message to fire force, and anybody say if we get this announcement, we'll pass on to fire force that us the Bona Ilkot Road now. Yes, gentlemen, let's go ahead.
Yes, I'm the talk. Say in 2025 alone. In first 90 days of 2025, apart from this one now, we'll get about 201 houses burnt, according to the reports of the chief fire officer.
Sure. So I know say this actually.
You know, we cannot put more
this actually because initially
yes.
We could put more penalty and we critique and try to profile solution. Are they listening? Because now are they looking at things that say, hey, what are they criticizing? Like we shall not answer that question with the Minister of Information. I say that the education minister will put me more. What do you say when no spin thing when it's not spinnable?
Then even this state house burning, then the state house burning, according to the reports, we then see they not find EDSA responsible, but rather because of internal dynamics, due to sockets, due to other ways to save them. But again, there is causation, cause and effect. You understand? The external force. But I said what I say yesterday like that, it's possible to say so. According to the act, the mandate, that is to say fire force, it only limited at the house we bomb. Because not to the business for good say you say come out.
Right.
Inside the house, apple inside the house we
so,
honorable,
make not push away for the conversation we talk about now. Though this is important, but as a nation, according to UGC, honorable, Freetown was properly planned. Along the line, we miss some as a nation because of people begin sell land they were not supposed to sell, and probably that's under the watch of the Ministry of Lands. We then self get a whole lot of challenge. I mean, go through all those kind of stuff. And since independent, we don't agree say challenge maintenance now another challenge. We all agree on that day because of those structures. Suppose government wouldn't suppose they maintain or the maintenance those structures to make it be more attractive, and so that I mean people are going to say Sierra Leone we serious in what they do. Education, health, I mean, let's talk about road. We all accept say there's a massive improvement in roads.
This road, at least Anescoma did is governance and continuity, but it make road a way to improve the communication network. Take it Kainlau, do Pakabas, he continued. He didn't stop. Wilkinson Road. Where Pakaba stop and make a falling.
There is this fight between the opposition and the APC and out of SLPP. Those are cosmetic roads.
The problem is
those are cosmetic roads, according to them. Do you agree?
Sorry?
Those are cosmetic roads.
Who says so?
According to the SLPP.
Okay.
Not to go to them of standard.
The Wilkins road, like, okay, not to standard. What are the roads they are making? The same contractors have been, look at the Chinese road, and you went with the Chinese to increase the tariff when you should not have stopped. When you were in opposition, you said it was a cosmetic and it was not properly done. Did you negotiate again?
Used.
The fault comes, it's a systemic problem.
What is the name? This we engineer and also contractor who is making roads.
Gentle.
They use Gentle. APC used Gentle. Make the roads. And those roads were part of the cosmetic.
Yes.
The SLP called.
SLP giving more in Waterloo.
They are still using him. So what's the big
So
talk?
it's about cost effective.
Cost effective. What's the difference?
You see,
When how do they call them? Turkish power ship came. The SLP cried that it was expensive.
they came out with 16 cents.
Yes, 16
cosmetic.
cents. Cosmetic. At the end of the day, they entered into contracts, and they have always been entering into contracts. One contract will end, they enter. And the reason being, for let them get small thing. At the end, you understand? These are the problems. So the issue of let's support what is good. All governments have tried, you understand? But it's very poor. Look at bridge. Have been built. If we don't help, you understand, in terms of food, in terms of a lot of other things then, right? But nothing comes out of it, right? You look at the airport, you understand? The expansion of the airport was good. It's the same airport. Nothing changes. You understand?
Why should have used it at Hastings?
Yes.
Because
look
not
at
the
Hastings.
idea.
And what there is something about Hastings.
The topography.
I think Hastings goes along that Rubanga area.
Yes.
I went there the other day. I was told that that place, they say that one Lebanese man, you understand, in fact, you don't make fence day.
They have the Chinese.
Imagine.
No, they have the Chinese there having their own warehouse or timber. You see the problem.
I don't understand this country.
We're having misplaced priority.
Indeed.
Successive government. You know, this brown envelope is a very good machine to stop every development.
Development, of course.
Because
for
we
personal
don't,
gain.
Yes, we don't think Sierra Leone. We're not being patriotic enough.
Yeah.
That is why the civic education should not be a lip service.
Civic education is
so
one
make sure
of
they do
the
your
most
rights.
important.
Because most of the people who are talking about
aspects
independence
yes.
now, either they read it on a book,
yes.
or there's some of them have to learn from experience.
Yes, from experience.
Because when you ask me questions, wait some minute I can talk, I can look and not talk. Because what you do, I'm not trying to be personal, but sometimes let them go and research before you come out to the point.
Of course. Okay. Look at water. Water and sanitation.
Guma was built for 800,000 people.
In this country, when you look at
people.
it, they say according to Wikipedia, I like research. They say underwater and sanitation. They say only 58% of the population, understand, get access to safe drinking water.
And less than that percentage.
And 15% that they get access to improved sanitation in this country. Source, Wikipedia.
And then we talk about electricity, less than 30% of the country.
30% access. But governments will come, or their spokespersons will come and talk a lot. I've argued a lot of times with some of them, because my civil society is looking at the provision of socio-economic services at an affordable price. You understand? That is service delivery. And the other day, somebody was arguing with me that it's over 40%. But you go all over, all the sources, it's about 30%. That is access. There is a difference between you having access, you understand? Or, because what the government is looking at, as far as they don't take electricity, that can be, that is access. It's not just about giving electricity there. It's about the effective and efficient functioning of that electricity. And Sierra Leone is energy poverty. Now, when you look at other areas again, other areas you need to take into consideration, like the Standard Bureau. You understand? The responsibility for quality goods. If house in the bond, where Fire Force, the substandard state house, you know, the seat of power, the powerhouse in this country, we should not be short of quality goods. The reports now that substandard materials being used. In order to tell why I think they renovated it.
They've renovated it.
Yes.
No, it's an extension renovation. It's a new construction of the two buildings.
New construction. And again, we get electrical problems within that particular institution. There comes contractors where we need for actually they question them. They will not for left anti-corruption in the conversation as well.
What has the corruption going to do with it?
All right, and I think
because they are part of contractors contract giving. The new Amendment Act made provision that if a contract is given to contractors, especially certain, they should play a very important role.
Well, and
comes into the argument,
especially if you don't match up to expectation as well. Anyway,
there's another aspect.
Thank you, gentlemen. Continue for David Tweet. This is not the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM, State Television Channel 37, Radio Garden, Choice FM, and you within a distinct part of it. And say, so you can listen to it through Choice FM and our Facebook Live viewers at Epic Radio 99.3 FM. We'll go for a short break, and after the break, we're going to introduce our call center. The program will call on the 079 993 079 993. That the number for be part of the Epic Morning Show. Stay tuned.
Orange money go to good, don't come for you. Businessman and businesswoman, he don't come for you.
This time again, the delivery guy no dey give me all the money, and I dey lost track of all my payments then. How I suppose for one business like this?
Why you not register for Orange Money Kotoku?
Kotoku?
If you get small business na salon, this na your chance for make you upgrade am. Orange Money dey introduce Kotoku, na business line for all business dem.
Kotoku no dey yaba.
Whether you na cookery seller, trader, barber, bike man or keke rider, this na una chance for receive payments directly to your Kotoku wallet from your customer dem. And the best part na Orange Money go pay you commission for receive payments na your Kotoku wallet. Cash out for free na any Orange Money office, franchise or kiosk point. Kotoku wallet na your business in better one. For register for Kotoku wallet, dial #144 *8*10#.
I say Orange Money Kotoku, don't come for you.
I see a light inside of you.
This now big news for all man na saloon. Access Bank na saloon don't acquire. We mean say they don't take over Standard Chartered Bank na saloon. I don't think say you know what that mean, but I go tell you. It means say you now get 700 branch them and other place them where you can do business with Access Bank Saloon. Now America, Europe and Africa. Access Bank ready for improve your life. We mean say we don't open new life and give you service all sign at the 24 countries the world operates and over 65 million other customers them with a bank with Access Bank na Saloon. Access Bank not only make it easy, but make it reliable for you and give you more sense on bank business in the whole world. You see now say Access Bank na Saloon don't bring new opportunity for you for make life easy for all man and woman where one open business na saloon. Una come na Access Bank na Saloon and see where we go play wonders for make life easy for you and your money. Access Bank go make them better for you.
One day you'll be like the sun. So one day you go shine.
Access, more than banking.
Now the time don't come so we go bring development here for we.
Statistics Sierra Leone, Stats SL, gladly for announce different temporary position them as part of the prepare when they prepare for the 2026 Decennial Population and Housing Census PHC where they come. This one whole country business, they help for push the country go before, provide correct, credible and up-to-date data for guide the law them where they go pool, program them and service delivery across Salone. This pass for country people they no more. It but for understand we community them, plan for the Bambai. Stats SL, they call qualify, committed and sober Sierra Leonean them for join this country exercise we go make history. Then they encourage women them more for apply. All application them for go through Stats SL, the official recruitment portal. If you want apply, go on a Stats SL, the website www.statistics.sl. Go to the vacancy menu na the main page. Click the link where you see the we say click here to apply. Done, you begin your application business. Remember say the official communication for the census recruitment na their address here so no more it go come out. Census@statistics.sl for general inquiry. Census@hris.statistics.sl for notify you but interview, appointment or application them will succeed. Do ya open your ears and not answer to any people them or message them where they ask you for pay something. As Stats SL, now they ask anybody for pay 1 cent for let them take them. Application go close May 15, 2025. Now Stats SL bring this message to you.
Now the time don't come so we go bring development here for we.
Alright, and welcome back to the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM, Slick Television, Channel 37, Radio Garden, Choice FM, and of course our Facebook live page at Epic Radio 99.3 FM. And this one with the B&B Cash App, sending and receiving money just get even better. Enjoy free sending to Guinea, Liberia, Senegal, Mali, and Ivory Coast. Download the B&B Cash App now on Google Play Store or App Store and start enjoying the reward. Valid until the 30th day of April, which is today. And of course, ladies, whether you are planning to space your birth or prevent unwanted pregnancy, Lydia has you covered with a range of trusted contraceptive options to fit your lifestyle. Choose the Lydia Post pills for emergency, the Lydia Daily pills for regular use, or the Lydia IUD for long-term use protection, or the Lydia Farm 3 injectable for 3 months coverage. If you need advice, you can call with team on 5225, or you can send us WhatsApp message on 078859148. With Lydia, you truly decide. And the Orange Money cash out fee, not just 1%, and try for join the Orange Money family. And 1% cash out fee, go cash out 100 leons, not just 1 leon, Orange the court. And make sure you join the family, because this is the cheapest in the country, because Orange is here to stay. So we'll start for pick on a call stem in the program as soon as now. 079-994-993, 079-994-993. You'll get to first call online. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yes, Paul.
Hello, good morning. Name was call you from, please.
Malaika, they call Paul.
Oh, Malaika, go ahead. Stay with you 1 minute, yeah?
Yes, sir. Yeah, well, actually, for answer to waiting, the Honorable and the CACS woman they talk about, yes, we agree, say we get so many lapses, but I beg for different that we're not able to make some amount of progress. Because although yes, some of we not been born 10 days, on the likes like the likes of Mr. Honorable, where they don't see and experience everything happening. But so what we don't see actually, the improvements we don't take place. Now 3 things now in deprive we from then development then they want to be specific the war where ravage most of the infrastructures and putting the way we been get. And also lack of maintenance, as let's don't say. Salon get, in Salon, we Salonians don't get the culture of maintenance. And also corruption. If not for them treating and they believe for one day like the likes of the Ghanas and the other one they only compare to, So for sure we'll make some amount of progress and for differ. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Malaika. 07999949993. Now the number for be part of the Epic Morning Show and call and be part of the program. 07999949993. Hello, good morning.
How are you, Johnny?
Johnny, go ahead. Stay within 1 minute, yeah?
People seem to living in some chaos rather than cohesion in terms of what really they want for salute. What do I mean by this? Every time we get people on the platform, where they proper solutions, but like they want to be trailblazers for their own selfish interest, coming to the politics, not really coming into a collusion of the willing, to make them be able to promote their ideas and for the general good of all and sundry. So like even when they come into the politics, they're not a try for cooperate with the people that when they meet, they get their ideas and they either in the civil service, ministry department agencies. People that they, where they are silent listeners and observers, working able for work with them and the way they can meet them, for making them able to push things than before and correct the wrongs of society, be it in development, project programs, improving the economy, the infrastructure, whatever you have. They are all institutions, ministries, department agencies, but some of them are marginalized because of political, deprivation and whatever. So it's like forming a coalition of the willing so that we can able for really profile situations and work on them and set them, like when we get National Trading Corporation in this country, people that don't get money, when they make come together for me to start of them kind of thing, they're able to ease the life of people. Okay, people that they import they come, when they sell at an affordable price, they still make a profit along patriotism, nationalism, and concern for the people, so that we can able for help government where they will be able to cushion some of these problems. Well, everything is government. And there are people in society we're capable, we get the ideas, but they are selfish with the ideas.
Okay. Thank you very much. 07999949993 is the number to be part of the Epic Morning Show. 07999949993 and call and be part of it. Log online again and pick another call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Epic Radio.
Padauda, good morning.
Call from Dwazak.
Go ahead, Padauda.
Yes, today we not do well. When you get patriotic citizens, then we call them for can discuss about this country in issues. I mean, we say we can call we the patriotic one, we can really enjoy. I so enjoy this program this morning. Then we can call them with government officers then for can discuss about the country in issues then, like that they will call that APC's was this is the spokesman and the SIPP spokesman, about Sierra Leone, how it don't deteriorate, how everybody they try for, compliment in company order, because we don't say then two, and then we don't they rule this country, and then responsible for the country in backwardness. SIPP they support APC they support SIPP. But like we get them two patriotic people then. Look yesterday, somebody they tell we say we'll be the call Sierra Leone, the Athens of Africa, West Africa, now because now only 3 people or 5 people be there now for a call. We they talk about time we all over Africa, as far as South Africa, Zimbabwe, people be there come out they can and this what they call it. They say now only 5 people be there. Now I make him now the population high with waiting, low qualified people there. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much for that. And 07999949993, the number for be part of the Epic Morning Show. 07999949993 and the number for be part of the Epic Morning Show. And also one for me kuna no say Oste Borona Ilcott will draw the attention will draw the attention of Fire Force. So go online again and pick another call. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. This is the Lion.
Lion, go ahead. Stay within 1 minute, yeah?
Yes, sir. Parle Allah help in this country.
Amen.
Let Allah bless them people we don't have the panel. Let Allah bless you first. If you not so we get journalists in this country, salute they go before.
Thank
See,
you.
one thing, you know why make you go say Salone look like a Ghana? Why make we all education will benefit? Ghana had them to line for this. Lami, I begin follow Ghana the same way Salone, Guinea, whether they find out like business with Ghana, whether they find out like business. When they get constrained, now the same I know say even this toilet, remember they no say the government are the wicked. By right self, where they can build somebody in toilet, you know physical where they can build somebody in toilet. By right for the federal people let me before that they can only for go foreigner for employ the foreigner better per week. Because I didn't pull leg gas there. When I say I'm not saying Ghana, that's what let's say. Now they use for make if you want cook or you want make. When they say people and they go for secret, people and they go say, for Ghana. Now they say I'm not saying beyond then TR show. Now they use for make even say like what you want cook, you want make. They can they do one for you. Let it in and even that dot that moment, it generate light. Now for Ghana as modern thing. You know, but we are even Arata trap set probably collect Arata trap set we not able to make them. Arata trap, the only two known are calls and other things. You know, it's too shameful. For you there, you never do nothing. Other country, look, Guinea right now, couple of motoka, what is the engine oil, then they make an Guinea. For plenty they refine a Guinea. What about me and you to wait me say, who say Guinea na people away with several? You know, it's too shameful for them with that they have. And I'm not really focused. If they come, you go bring motoka when a automatic motoka, rotty box there, when a automatic will be say, they run all outside and say, look who said they go put them. But you guys can stop motoka and say, no for wrong. You can stop the citizens saying the citizens not forget. You not it really are trendy. You know, let me the government, because now they would eat. After God now we na iron will sabi, we not sabi for work na office, we not sabi do nothing. Only thing we sabi na iron.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. 07999949993, and the number for be part of the Epic Morning Show and call and where you call, please stay within 1 minute. Log online again and pick another call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Panalist.
Good morning, Father Lambert.
Yeah, God bless you, sir. Well, I might tell you, say them super today, and not get so we the layman them. Now, when the opposition they so it will talk all kinds of talk, but 11 to 12 good years when them be there as the past government, waiting at the legacy where they left you. You they talk about good light, no left we no good light on a sustainable good light. You they talk about the agriculture, waiting at the agriculture where they left you as the past government, waiting at the development where they left you. Likewise, this recent government will come back. Waiting they left you, we don't on blackouts, we don't on water, we don't on road maintenance, take the food maintenance. How long? We there from small one, we dey talk to that. When the opposition, they talk against the ruling party. When the ruling party say come opposition come, they talk what they not able to do. Then we let this talk now implement you for the power. Then we dey implement, talk and do. When you talk, you dey do one. Also for when talk without an implement them. Then two parties they are not get sorry out to the Sierra Leoneans them. The ruling party, the opposition, they not get no sorry out to the youth them. Look how they left the youth them through Ramadan and Kush. Trust me, that development like that, they've got to let God sorry for them. That's why they are God go Allah.
Thanks. I'm afraid we're not there for continue this conversation. Thank you very much, and please wait with the call. Careful of what you need to say. All right, 07999949993. Log online again and pick another call. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Your name was where you call from, please.
My name is Samuel.
Samuel, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a major concern while I'm traveling. We're not nothing we do for celebration as I do. You get me?
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
So me not nothing we do for celebration. So since we're very independent, nothing we not see what is progress. But we get, all what we call that day, one the war. But what you bring the war now? I would just put it there, some of you don't understand. Then second, relaxment at this country. And they tell you finally the wedding at the studio, thank you, where they beat each other to the people of Sierra Leone. Because all we send it from a fact. They tell you plenty. And
Alright, I'm afraid, okay. I'm afraid we need to cut this call. We'll take one last lucky caller. We could run out of time, and then we panelists then go respond to the callers then. We'll go line again. We'll last lucky caller. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello. I'm afraid we get negative feedback. 0799949993, 0799949993, and pick one more last call, and then we try for wrap up of the program. And we'll get your last lucky call online, and let's see if we can pick this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Pamusa Likona Dwazak.
Pamusa, go ahead.
And the problem in this of them bus there, we know say Pakabaka out buses and scout buses. Then this current government, I think, say them back out buses. But them buses, then they not begin to ask back from Pakaba in your buses then. Where they not maintenance at all or not? Who say them scrap then they Let ask the one they were then they before them buses there. Let come then at the studio, they let will ask them. How them buses there? Then they or they don't chap them. Okay, unless in buses, I think they have been 99 or 100, I don't know, because the debate been there around that. So I know say the one they would know they run at all or not for now. Then Boku pass the one they wouldn't they run for now. Then back law call the government, but let ask them for we. Which side them bosses then this map? Eh? Okay, even them current bosses there. Then why I not see government number plate for them. I don't know if in a company or not a company on a government bus, where then come band on other motorcar them for say they were for pass here, they were done for pass here. So I want law we know this. Then they making 2-2 saloon with diamond, with gold. Believe me, they would if we been left reserved by then how they are. Believe me, Salon for don't turn a rich country. Okay, don't forget about that one day. Even
all right, I think I'm afraid we lost that caller there, and we're not going to pick any more call. And Honorable and Marcos will listen to it in the callers then say. I'll start with Marcos.
Yeah, we don't listen to what say the callers and say. And one thing we always take into consideration now public opinion. When are the aggregate of views held by the public on a particular issue. We don't see all the one that we talk. We don't agree with it and say, right? It's like most of them, almost 99% subscribe to we, except for one. We are the second speaker, which to me, I see I'm too ridiculous. They talk out of temper. We no look like that Sierra Leonean day. We very patriotic because they don't even understand. Me and Honorable here would talk generally about developments that Sierra Leone. We not even consider one political party, but we get for mention political parties. You understand? For me, we able forget waiting with the try for say. He say for firm solution. He say for this so. Now one person way for able for organize Sierra Leoneans. He say all come together. How many workshops that we know all in this country also? Ministries. People in the go, the tap knowledge transfer. They come up with problem statements them. Where people will come up and find solutions to them. Even what you do is a solution to them.
Someone to for ask well, I think we will talk about this. How productive is a civic education? Because it's another.
These are the areas that I would expect that kind of for talk. Say the Ministry of Information for actually redouble the effort on civic education. For go outside, look at certain things, them identify them, find way for flag them, so that people don't understand. You understand? So. It's ridiculous and shameful, honestly. Right. Not do anything good for the country.
Honorable?
I mean, you see, powder and question ways, the meaning will take powder. At least in no way to the talk.
Yes.
What have we done? The Athens of West Africa, even the people they try for defender, no what to be the talk. Because now all man can school. Now everything, the standard was set, it was high.
Salome maintained that for a long time.
Yes, I don't say immorality now take over this country. Forget about the war. The war, it brings the moral standard down. Now we try to put structures in place, but are we sincere? That's my own concern. Everybody's looking at self, me pocket. Well, that's a poverty mentality. Self. instead of the nation. And then if Bokuman and talk, Bokuna radio talk, when they get there something lucrative, they begin changing their speech. How do you want people to understand their thinking? We should build a cohesive nation, unity in diversity. But when we reach to the politician, tribalism, neocolonialism, and what have you done for yourself? It's just to secure votes. That is why the other universal adult survey went wrong. Because you should find these profound solutions to some of the problems through experience or practical things. All the doctors in the government, look at our cabinet level, very high.
Thank you very much, Honorable Bamichidi, and that of Marcus Bangura for the attempt to be part of the Epic Morning Show. One thing I will left with listeners, it is something us as a journalist, we need for follow-up. I mean, President, the late Hamidus Jankaba, Kaut's boss, and during the days we meet up school boss them, we them boss 10 day, it's something we don't know about. President Dr. Anes Baikoma, former President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, himself Kaut's boss them. And
is it a government or a private?
And
they've never explained to us properly.
And we not see them boss them. And now we get Waka Fine according to the Minister of Transport. You know, it talk about say now government getting bossed in there.
But what about the plane?
I'm coming. Whether it's government or not, according to what the minister say, but it's something which we need for go deep into. I mean, how honest we are to the people of this country. I'm not questioning what the minister say, but it's something we need to find out about. So, government in, government out, don't they count boss them? Well, I feel like all those boss they we don't they. If they be now, I feel like they will help for ease transport issue in the country. So it's something we need for it's all we need for follow up. After which, one will say thank you very much, gentlemen, for on attempt for being part of the Epic Morning Show. Thank you to our beautiful callers and our viewers also on Facebook. Thank you so much and for choosing us this morning. Epic Sport Entertainment lined up for you. Marion George is all set for the second segment of the Epic Morning Show. Till I talk to you again, my name is Evangelist Lee. Tomorrow is Labor Day. Happy Labor Day. Bye bye.
Face to face in the area. When the guys are down over. Now we hear this. Good love and good spreading. The baby got a one from me. Chicken spring, baby. Babylon's combination. Go with it. Baby, if you give me the love the way I want, me I will turn you like around. Baby, if you give me the love the way I want, me I will turn you like around. With the money, girl, you love it, hey, hey. Me I will turn you like around. With the money, girl, you love it, hey, hey. Me I will turn you like around. Baby, he don't take, hey, hey. We are the knock, now you get. Baby, he don't take, hey, hey. We are the patient in even the things I wanna do for you, yeah. You know they appreciate even what they try to call you, yeah. Pass a demonstrate like we I get for you, love we I get for you. On don't go astray. Like we I get for you, love we I get for you. On don't go astray. Baby, if you give me the love the way I want, me I will turn you like around. Baby, if you give me the love the way I want, me I will turn you like around. With the money, girl, you love it, hey, hey. Me I will turn you like around. With the money, girl, you love it, hey, hey. Me I will turn you like around. What do you want for me money? Soup for your body, 3, 4, girl. For me to love this, supple, I protect you abreast. I let you protect so girl, come in seminars. I let you shape the color and the clothes for you wear. Hey, girl, no girl, you really deserve the best. Now when you make a man, try to try for understand. But man, don't take your stand. I put on you like a run, girl, girl. I turn you like a run, girl, girl. I turn you like a run. Baby, if you give me the love the way I want, me I will turn you like a run. Baby, if you give me the love the way I want, me I will turn you like a run.
Good morning and welcome to you midweek edition of Sports Update this morning with me, Mohammed Tobikago, and into the updates this morning. So the London Marathon done sets a record. We don't surpass the previous record of 55,646 people who turn up for the New York Marathon last November. And this London Marathon don't get a significant record. So the current standing in Group A after the host nation Egypt, they lead with 3 points after winning a win against South Africa. Marcus Rashford, with on loan to Aston Villa, will miss the remaining matches of the season. As we understand, the player will sustain an hamstring injury. Shooting Stars today go face host nation Egypt inside the second match inside Group A. A win for Shooting Stars, then definitely go top of the group with 4 points. It's a tough test for Shooting Stars today. So for the first time in the Women's Champions League history, Arsenal will play against Barcelona in the Women's Champions League final. Well, yesterday Arsenal lost the first leg of the UEFA Champions League against Paris Saint-Germain. It's all or nothing in Paris next week. Now all is the inside this morning of Sports Update.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to the midweek edition of the Entertainment Update here on the Epic Morning Show with me, Big Daddy. Inside we news this morning, first here, Swelling and Kingmaker, the Mansa Speedo. A new song, Win and No Side for Go, don't hit 26k views now on YouTube in less than 2 weeks. And also, Sierra Leonean Afrobeat rapper Kasim the Wizard celebrates his success so far. So, according to the brother man, well, first year in song Country, we sang feature Calibag, of course, hit 100,000 plays on Audio Mark, followed by Shebele with 10,000 plays, and Shokoto also gets Joel Onam, of course, himself gets 10,000 plays. Congratulations to Kasim the Wizard for such numbers. And one live song by Sierra Leonean musician Famous hit 1 million views on YouTube in just 10 months. A big congratulations to Famous for this one. And Sierra Leonean artist King T, of course, done release another banger, and of course the song we entitled Easy Life. They out now on all the middle platform. Finally this morning, legendary musician Sawahid, of course, the Mr. Tindem, yes, don't officially release another one. Well, both audio and video of the song Walkman, they out now on all middle platform, and the song in dropping yesterday, of course, hit 1.2k views already on YouTube. Let's check out Walkman by Sawahid. This now we'll get for you this morning here on the Epic Morning Show.
Disappointed in Boku, young man. No, we don't want bluff, man. We tired with the English pandem book, man. No, we don't want fuck, man.
Do you want to be your own boss? Or do you want to add more services to your business? Then look no further, because BNB is here for you.
What do you mean?
With BNB, you can now make money with just your smartphone. With the new revolutionary app, BNB POS, you can do remittance, bill payments, EDSA airtime top-up, and many more. All this from your smartphone, anywhere you want.
This sounds great.
That is not just all. The app also features real-time agent rebalancing and reconciliation.
Oh wow! But how can I get a BNB POS and start making my own money?
It's so simple. You can download the application on App Store or Google Play Store. Just search for BNB POS and download. Then call our customer service on 072-500-000, and within a short period of time, our agent will help you for the onboarding process.
Wow, no time to waste. Let me do this right away.
Oh yes, start making money today from anywhere in Sierra Leone. For more inquiries, contact our customer service on 072-500-000. With the BNB POS, you shop now your pockets.
Me man, you don't go believe me. Orange Money cash out fee don't count down to only 1% for any amount you cash out. Young lady, now to say Orange Money they charge now 1% for cash out.
Yes, sir. Just 1% of the amount where you want for cash out.
So if I cash out 1,000 leons, now 10 leons no more they pay?
Exactly. 10 leons for 1,000 leons.
So me picking, if I cash out 100 leons, now 1 leon are they pay?
Yes, ma. Just 1 leon for 100 leons.
Wait, ma. If I pull 50 leons, that now only 5 cents that they pay?
Now you don't talk so.
Wow, this one fool me much. I know one day here is such low fee. Orange Money don't make things easy for we all.
Now, cash out for only 1% of the amount with the widest agent network, Salon. Now the cheapest cash out fee, no more stress, no more high fees, just easy transaction. Orange Money, they any outside you go.
Orange Money, they are for you and they tell you what it is.
Road now for you, show you for take time to some. If you walk out or they drive, you for always take care. When you follow the road signs, you go know waiting for you. If you walk out or they drive, make sure you understand the sign. When you the walk out, when you the drive.
Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority and them partner them be in serious one, but the one them where they use the road, then safety. For sake of this, SLRSA, they send this message to all man where they use the road. When you reach the traffic light, wait so till you time reach for cross the road. The red light means say, all driver for stop. The yellow light means say, you for ready? Done the green light, now for go. When you reach the zebra crossing, outside traffic light there, you go see one image like a motorman light. The signal na the other end of the zebra crossing. Where the image like a motorman light signal red, means say, you know for cross. You for wait sote that image like a motorman turn green. That same day now, you can cross na the zebra quick. Avoid shortcuts because shortcuts can cut you life short. Remember say, road safety business, now we all business. Together, we go save million people their life. Now the Ministry of Transport and Aviation, where Jonan with the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority, the Sierra Leone Police, Autospec Sierra Leone, and all the partner them from transport business bring this message to you.
When you did drive, for the watch on the roadside, we all sit like
Stay with us and enjoy 1x free bet, a weekly reward just for you. Sign up at 1xbet.sl with promo code 3SL to get a 200% welcome bonus up to 2,800 leones. Bet on the correct score from Tuesday to Monday and get a guaranteed free bet. Millions already winning. Join your friends and experience the thrill of victory with 1x free bets.
I hope that our visitors would listen to this song carefully, because it's true. They're trying their best to stop our progress with bad propaganda.
Marcus Aurelius once said, "Not ever allow the future for disturb you. You go meet him if you have to, and with the same, with the same weapon of reason where they arm you against the present." I'll go over this again. Never allow the future for disturb you. You go meet him if you have to, with the same weapon of reason where they arm you against the present. Hello and welcome to the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, where they come to you on 99.3 FM, Slick TV Channel 37, Choice FM, Radio Garden, and Surf on Facebook. Me na your host Marion Precious George. And inside the show this morning, Guma cut off water supply to defaulting ministries, departments, and agencies na Freetongue. And also MPOC cases on the rise. We ask the question, what is the government doing about it? And also 32 prisoners graduate from the University of McKinney. All of the stories plus the review of the various newspapers then they're inside the show this morning. And of course, for join me for discuss these issues inside the show this morning, I get two gentlemen inside the studio. Bobo Dan Kamara, journalist and social commentator, and also Reginald inside the studio. Good morning, gentlemen.
Yes, good morning, Marion. Good morning to we fantastic and amazing listeners and viewers.
Okay, Bobo.
Yeah, a pleasant good morning to you, Marion, and to we listeners and viewers.
Okay, without wasting any more time, we'll look at the front pages stories where the newspaper them reports this morning. And my first take now the Independent Observer newspaper. A very big banner headline reads: VP Jules Dejalo launches National Labour Conference. Another one, ACC sensitizes Northeast PSSNYE beneficiaries on grievance reporting. And also Freetown Mayor reflects on 64th independence. And you also get Mr. President, Can We Talk part 147. All of the stories and more you go find at the Independent Observer newspaper this morning.
From the Independent Observer's newspaper, with me I get the Awoko newspaper big top stories here. It's Governor Stevens link currency stability to sharp trade deficit. There's a photo of the governor of the Bank of Salon, Bernard Ibrahim L. Stevens, and also get VP Jallo rallies private sector to drive job and pay taxes. And there's a photo of the Honorable Vice President, Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo. And we get South African cruise worker shares joy and challenges of life at sea during Silver Wind visits to Sierra Leone. And finally, High Court jail APC sheriff an accomplice for running in legal security agency. All this and plenty more than at the front page of the Awoko newspaper publication, Maria.
And away from the Awoko, I take the Global Times newspaper top story. 1 year after Kanji Sisei's resignation, what has really changed in the NIJ sector? That's a question asked. And also VP Jules Dejalo declares one country, one people, one destiny. Sierra Leone Embassy in Morocco calls for special prayers on Independence Day. And Smart Network threatens legal actions against PFMU. Finally, Jennifer Mamiyata Tengbe elected SLPP UK and one women's leader. All of the stories and more you go find at the Global Times newspaper this morning.
Away from the Global Times newspaper, let's move to the satellite newspaper publication. It gets over alleged unauthorized alteration. PPRC postponed SLPP lower level election. There is a photo of the chairman of the Sierra Leone People's Party, Dr. Prince Adin, and also get CTC Mining Company paid 2.4 million new leons surface rent, and get Sonoko commemorates World Day for Safety and Safety at Work 2025. And finally, APC Sheriff and Ashustrate sentenced to 5 years. All of this and more stories then at the front page of the satellite newspaper publication.
Away from the satellite, I take the Concord Times newspaper top story. Government silence over denies. I'll go over this again. Government silence over Dennis Sandy's alleged sexual harassment, forgery, and sounds defaming. All of the stories plus President Bio's independent speech at the glance. NP CEO outlines safety priorities on International Workers' Safety Day, and Labour Ministry commences National Labour Symposium. MLGCA and JICA distribute local council development guidelines. All of the stories there on the front page of the Global Times newspaper. There ends the review of various newspapers. You listen to the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, and this morning we'll discuss various issues, ranging from Guma cutting water supply to default in ministries, departments, and agencies, and NPOX cases on the rise. And we ask the question, what is the government doing about it? And 32 prisoners graduating from the University of Makeni. That 32 inmates graduate from the University of Makeni. Make we start with the story of Gum Valley cutting water supply to default in ministries, departments, and agencies. And of course, this come about after the Public Accounts Committee in our Parliament get an engagement with the Guma Valley Water Company, outside them be get for discuss about the issues where the company don't they face, especially when it comes to debt where government institutions them not they pay for water rate. And because of this, the chairman for the Public Accounts Committee in our Parliament, when our Honorable Ibrahim Tawakonte, be ordered Guma Valley for cut water supply to all the ministries, the government ministries, departments and agencies where don't default or we not don't agree for pay the water rate over the years, we don't make Guma not able for do the work effectively. And right after that, few days after or a week after, we see Guma Valley, inform the public that then don't start for cuts, the water supply in our ministries, departments, and agencies, the one that wait on the default or we not on the pay the water rate. And for that, we go talk to the communication person for Guma Valley shortly, but make us start with the guys in the studio regarding this particular issue. I'll start with Bobo on this.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate, I would understand, because we know how important water be, water in our life. And for far too long, we don't hear the discussion of illegal connection and people then they use water where they not they pay for. And this now will come happen now to the top offices there. We get for do the ministries, departments and agencies. I think this now laudable step by Guma for cut them people the way they use water where they not they pay for, because them people they are the country they look forward to them, right? These are stakeholders in our country. So for you they consume water, they pay for it. It is send a negative message to the populace. What do you expect that other person way they use water and else for say
but
in
Valley
that
for wait
context
till PAC ask them or order them for do so, in as much as I don't know say this now age-long problem. Institutions, especially government institution them over the years don't the owe government huge amounts of money.
Yes, waiting for be the focus here is the urge or waiting Guma that party for can do them kind thing a day. It must be to say they don't owe huge sum of money. Because I don't believe say now any small thing go make them come up with them bold step then, because Park be get for look at go my own side and also some other people their own side. So when they come with such discussion, it clearly the try for tell we see it's high time.
Okay, I go all you day beat. We don't get on the phone line Peter Edward Lamin, in the public relations officer for Guma Valley Water Company. We go tell you about this decision where they don't take and the institution them where they don't highlight inside this activity. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Epic Radio.
Okay, now we just discussed the issue of the company cutting water supply of defaulting ministries, departments, and agencies na free tongue, and not only the the premise of how this come about from the Public Accounts Committee chairman asking the Guma Valley for take such an action because of the money where some government ministries, departments, and agency owe Guma. But as it stands, when this activity starts and whose institution them or able for target in terms of cutting the water supply because they're not paying the water rate.
All right, thank you so much. To start with, not to the first days where Guma they disconnect them customers them we not pay. We get the right from the Guma Act number 6 of 2017 for disconnect any customer we don't use several methods for retrieve money we fail. So we can end up for disconnect customers then we say that they comply with policies regarding payments. And of course, just like we rightly say from the Public Accounts Committee, the decision way that committee be take, headed by Honorable Ibrahim Tawa, when the committee chairman, for disconnect any MDA we owe Guma we not paid. Currently, we get over 60 MDAs and other institutions who don't list for disconnection. Even today, the disconnection team will go out to the field for disconnect. But even before we take the decision for go out to the field for disconnect, we don't send disconnection notice to all of those institutions or MDAs where owe we. we get for pay we a huge sum of amount, and those amounts are accumulated for over the years. So we get for write to them officially or tell them, say, we now owe with this amount and we not pay within 2 weeks, otherwise we go result to disconnection. So those institutions we don't receive, we letters them. The one that we don't comply, we don't take them out of the list of disconnection. The one that we not comply it, of course, today, with the 2 weeks period or expire, we disconnection team go out at the field for make sure say then disconnect then MDAs and other institutions then we owe we.
So who's one of the key institutions then we all up till now not comply with GUMA?
Well, we as I say, we got over 60 MDAs and other institutions. Then we not going to name them here because of the policy, not gathered for name them and shame them in public. But of course, you will we after the 2 weeks notice, you're not able to make any commitment. Definitely, we will disconnect you. We'll disconnect you. Now you will come down to GUMA.
So this means that on the go about the disconnection in a secret. Perhaps other institutions, the way they go about such an activity, can move with the press so that they go know exactly how then they go about them. GUMA they go about this activity.
Yes, other institutions, their own policies, their own laws, where they govern them might be different from that of GUMA Valley Water Complaint. When a water utility complaint, we are guided by laws. So if we disconnect you, of course, you know they get water supply, then of course that will go urge you for can't pay you debts where you owe GUMA. So of course that exercise don't start this morning, and we expect say from now to next week we will also update the public on how many institutions that we don't disconnect, how many don't make commitment, how many don't pay, and the one that we not pay it, what will be the next step of actions.
By the time where the Public Accounts Committee engage you now, when I make mention of the total amount of money where institution them or GUMA, you can reiterate that how much money the institution also owe GUMA.
Yeah, those institutions owe plenty some, just like way they say. In fact, the newspapers then carry that news day with a huge sum of money.
What's the amount?
Yes, it's. I'm not getting the figure here with me, but I would say it's a very huge sum of amount. In fact, might just make it clear. All of these people who don't, or institutions who don't list for disconnection, the only institution where we go spare. Now that's of the hospitals, like we Connaught Hospital owe more than 2 billion euros, and we will only disconnect Connaught Hospital when at the last resort. Who can say, who will resort say this is the last resort? We're not able to manage the situation any longer, and we will disconnect hospitals. But of course, we all concerned about the safety of the patients, the life of the patients. So we still do level of engagement with government for see how best they will pay them debts and they for those hospitals or other very critical institutions where we need water, we're not going to do without water.
How GUMA don't tell the money reach that amount or this huge amount you make mention of after you don't make mention say on a don't they cut water supply of institution they will not only pay the water rate.
Yes, as I say, the institutions that we owe some owe 2 billion and above on our old loans. The new loans we go say 2 million and above, some 1 million above millions, some 100,000 and above, plenty. So when we add all of that, it amounts to a huge sum of money.
So you say una done the cut before now, even before the PSC call una. How when last una cut water supply from those institutions before the PSC they call una for able for unearth some of them things here so?
Yeah, as I say, we don't really disconnect. We get other set of customers that we refer to as domestic customers and commercial customers. And then domestic and commercial customers, and they of course we don't do disconnections.
So now we don't left the ministries, departments, and agencies out.
Yes, yeah, because
why?
They be done the right away. They make commitments. Say they will engage the Ministry of Finance for make sure say they pay them bills. But over the years, we see say it just accumulate, and there is no genuine commitment in paying their bills with an OE. So that is why we don't resort now to the disconnection process. We disconnect MDAs where Guma plenty couple we no want for pay.
Okay.
Of course, we believe say we disconnect them, they will of course make commitment for pay those debts because we self want for fulfill we own financial obligations.
So finally, if PSC no may come in this or be the middleman in all of this, Guma go continuously they ask for a money from those institutions and they will continue for the make commitments without una taking action.
Yes, of course the decision will result at now due to the findings where the audit report suggests. Audit report for last year suggests to the Public Accounts Committee say there are institutions where they pay Guma.
Okay.
And of course, and we know those institutions, we don't engage them. But of course, our government institutions, so we'll get for see how best we go engage the Public Accounts Committee for help we and other players. For help we how for we cover those debts.
Thank you so much for talking to us this morning.
Thank you.
In name na Peter Edward Lamin, Public Relations Officer for Guma Valley Water Company. Me dey give update about them cutting water supply from government ministries, departments, and agencies. We don't default or not on they pay the water rate. But you were saying before we get a call, now you don't listen to the Public Relations Officer from Guma.
Yes, so just like Abi they say, the public relations officers have the try for come out from what they act say. They are mandated by the act for do what they do, and they also make mention say they don't do series of arrangements over the years. So then thought and fit say it's about time now. Let them take this new step for do disconnection for urge the people for pay. Don't you know able to tell we the amount of money or try for name some of the institutions there because naming them also the trigger them more for pay because not to everybody go.